Let's start with your Derby Day lineups here then at the recreation ground, and of course we'll start with the home team in Whitehaven. They line up with Dan Abram at fullback, a switch from halfback for Dan. He's in the fullback role this afternoon. On the wings it's Mitchell Todd and Max Anderson Meward even, Chris Taylor and Joe Hartley in the centres. It's a halfback partnership with Jack Newbegin and Ethan Bickerdike. Starting props Jake Pearson, Jordan Thompson, Ellison Allgate in at hooker. Second rows are Connor Holliday and Rio McQuiston, with Jack Kellett in at loose forward. On the interchange bench, Brad Brennan, Ellis Nixon, Clark Chambers and Josh Blinkhorn. The 18th man, if needed this afternoon for Whitehaven, is Carl Garner. And with your Workington Town line-up, Dave Parkinson.
Yes, Workington line-up with Zarin Galea at full-back. Out on the wings, it's Dave Eccleston and man who's on dual registration from Castleford Tigers, Andy Giacchesi, who's in some supreme form at the moment. Centres, Max Clark coming in for his debut, the former Barrow man, making his bow for Workington this afternoon, alongside Levi Atiga, who was very good, him and Giacchesi last week. In at halfback it's Jake Carter and Don Weir. Front row of Ross Ainley, Callum Phillips and Stevie Scoley. A back row of on loan men from Hull, Lennon Clark and Zach Jepson, and Jack Stevenson locks the scrum. It's a bench of Jamie Doran, Lucas Castle, Guy Graham and Cooper Howler, and the 18th man if needed, Cole Walker-Taylor.
Well, that's your two Derby Day lineups here at the recreation ground. The recreation ground, BBC Radio, Cumbria Sport Online. It's Derby Day in West Cumbria, and we are underway with Workington kicking off to Whitehaven. Jake Carter. Whitehaven will be attacking the railway end in first half, and Jordan Thompson is the man to fetch it forward, and he's met there by 4 of 5 colours in the pink and black of Workington Town.
Good tackle there from Jordan Thompson. He comes to this left hand side with Carter. Carter lines it up for Galea. Galea skims across. There was an after shot that you can say really there on Carter, and 2 early penalties the way of Town. They're going to have to get themselves together here, Whitehaven.
Yeah.
Has he got his range? Will he find it? Takes his time, steps up, strikes it. Oh, and he's put it wide. There you go. So we remain scoreless. It's going to be a dropout from the 20-metre line.
Into Holgate in a dummy half, goes into centre now with Jake Pearce. Out the back then to Newbegin, finds Dan Abram. Abram comes off the Town man's hands, goes backwards. It's going to be a penalty here. Another man that's taken off the ball. So it's 2 penalties apiece in the early stages. Just into the 6th minute, will Whitehaven attempt to call for 2, Dave? When Workington were really ahead, it's similar sort of circumstances. Workington up further in the league, but Whitehaven were able to get the better of the 2 on that occasion. Dan Abram hits it straight and true and converts and adds the 2 points. It's the first points in the West Cumbrian derby here at the recreation ground. 6.5 on the clock. It is Whitehaven 0, Workington 0. Whitehaven 2, Workington 0.
Ainley with that first carry of this set. He's about 5 metres out from the line in centre field. Phillips will work it to his right hand side. Weir across to Atiga, big handoff comes in. He's diving for the line. He's in. There was absolutely no stopping Levi Atiga there. You've got to be really on him so quickly. His handoff, he's like a piston, and he gets in on that far right hand side for try number 7 of his campaign. Really good work.
To maybe cover that gap, and Max Anderson Moore had stayed in on the wing to try and focus on Andy Giacchesi, and he just wasn't able to close that gap.
Carter from the touchline with the conversion. He's hit the post. And it bounces out. So scoreline here: Whitehaven 2, Workington 4. When twists and spins, he's about 12 metres out directly in front of the post. Callum Phillips picks up, goes to the right. Carter links with it's them spill, but then goes out wide. It will be a try.
God, they were being forward.
It didn't look neat. I'm going to say that. It didn't look neat. The ball worked its way out to Andy Giacchesi, and Giacchesi has his 5th try in Town colours. I couldn't have asked for that to be any scrappier going out to that right-hand side.
It was really scrappy, I think.
And in a way, does that make up for the error that the referee came up with a little bit earlier?
Could do, yeah, it could do.
So Carter from that touchline, he struck that one well. Add another 2 points to the Town tally. Currently Whitehaven 2, Workington 10.
Knocking on the door here. Space, acres of it to the left hand side. They're looking to go there now with Newbegin. Newbegin looks to take the line on. Looks through, gets you off a little bit to Dan Abram. Abram gets the ball down. Does he? He's held up. He's Dan Abram.
Great work, Giacchesi. Somehow got underneath it. There's a bit of a disagreement behind the post now. Thompson again. I'm really watching how that's developing. That's brilliant. It's a brilliant clash between those two players. He plays it 30 metres out from the line. It goes to Carter. Carter throws a dummy. Oh, he's through the line. He's got support to his left. It's going to be a try for Workington Town. Following up on that left-hand side, Lennon Clark, but he was like a hot knife through butter, was Jake Carter, and it's another try assist for him this season, moving the scoreline on. It's now Whitehaven 2, Workington 14. That was clinical.
After the opening quarter,
Carter strikes. That was perhaps his least well struck, but it's 2 points added for Town. Currently it's Whitehaven 2, Workington Town 16.
Look to come right once more into the hands of Ethan Bickerdike. Bickerdike straightens up in at half back this afternoon. Ethan Bickerdike, and just going to be brought down short of the try line. Holgate in there, the dummy half comes right in into Connor Holiday. Holiday Tristan turns out of the tackle. Oh, it's up. It's been given as a no try. Connor Holiday not happy with that call. Straight away, referee Adam Bonifonte looked at the judge, and the judge waved away. There's not too many complaints just from Connor Holiday. Bickerdike as well. It's 9 metres out. Blinkhorn in there at dummy half. Goes himself before finding them. Bickerdike now Newbegin. Newbegin then finds Abram. Abram finds Anderson Moore. And the pass just wasn't on. It wasn't the pass that Max Anderson Moore needed.
I'll give some credit to Anderson Moore here though, because he'd spotted the space and he was communicating with his inside players, saying, and as a result he's well wrapped up underneath the shadow of the post. Doran to his left. Stevenson slips it out to Ainley. Ainley trying to stretch for the line, but he's going to be put down just still inside the field of play. Last tackle signalled here. Doran takes it to the left. Now Galea kicks back to the right. Jakesi contests. Ball pops up. Atiga's diving, but there's no try. Referee has spotted a little nudge forward there. Man on the spot, and that's probably the closest that we've come to points in this second half. Phillips is back on for Town as well. Doran still out there. Jakesi to play it, 35 from his own line. Doran in the middle. Turns it to Carter. Carter at the back to Galea. Galea throws a dummy. Oh, he's burned them off in midfield. He's got Lennon Clark inside. Lennon Clark will charge his way to the try line from 30 metres out. But that was all Zarin Galea class as he broke through on the left-hand side. Waited until the defence came up to him. And I think that may just be game, set and match to Town.
Yeah, he's fourth appearance in Workington Town colours, now his second Town try, and Carter looks to tag on the extras.
A real quality addition to this Town side. Carter meanwhile does tag on those extras, make that Whitehaven 2, Workington Town 22.
Again. Yeah, like magnets them two there, weren't they? Into the hands of Kellett once more, pops it up into the hands now with Nixon. I make it within the final 5 seconds, but that is unofficial. Kellett gets the kick in on the 5 and last. It's going to
look like a banana
bounce.
type kick. Eccleston's going to have to try and
knock
attack
back
it.
Into the hands of Connor Holiday. Holiday back inside then to Ellison Holgate. And just like at Derwin Park, back on Good Friday, Whitehaven will score late on. The Hooters about to sound, and John Tigoli be really disappointed that his side haven't been able to keep Whitehaven out. Obviously it was the 2 points earlier on, but that come from, you mentioned, a banana-like kick. I don't think it's what Jack Kellett meant to do, but end up Whitehaven have been able to take advantage. It is now Whitehaven 6, Town 22.
I'll disagree with you. I think that he did actually meant to put a little bit of spin on it, but the way that they actually contested it at the back end was really impressive. And Holgate, the man who dived his way under the post. Abram adds on the extras. We've reached full time here. It's Whitehaven 8, Workington Town 22.